Tots Clawit, uh, can you all hear me? All right, great. My apologies for not being able to be there this evening, but the main thing that is there is the film, and we appreciate the Klamath Film Festival sharing this documentary with everyone that's there, and we appreciate everyone that's there this evening. And my name is Shannon Wheeler. I serve as the chairman for the Nez Perce Tribe, Enum Waswanick Titokatim Wea. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Scott McGrath. I'm the filmmaker of The Singing Sorceress, the first film. Yeah, thanks so much for the compliment. I appreciate that. I'm a cinematographer first and kind of director filmmaker only by necessity as it happens. So when it came time to try and tell this story, that was, always kind of at the forefront of my mind of trying to tell this story visually as much as possible. And yeah, trying to be thoughtful and deliberate with it. And just a happy accident with the archival footage that my dad's family provided, which I didn't even know existed before I was editing the film. And it was just kind of really cool how much some of the footage kind of lined up with a lot of the same kind of framing and events going on, just kind of like generational memories that kind of synced up and allowed me to use that to my advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. I appreciate that. The question. I guess one of the main things that what we were thinking about and talking about is being able to express ourselves in a manner that would be understandable by the general public about, the issues that we face. And it's not only like a salmon versus dam issue, but there's also environmental justice that's that's being addressed here, and the story changes the narrative of the 8 decade old argument versus salmon versus dams, and it takes all the other things into effect that have been happening. So that was a lot of the conversation early on, is how we'd be able to express that, but starting like we did at the start of the film, from the beginning for us, in our creation story.
Oh, for sure. And my film, it always feels very silly playing in a block with so many like important films that are dealing with so many important issues and themes. Um, but for my dad, like his life is obviously a very important issue and theme to him. So just having a lot of trust between you and your subject and developing a story together in a way that feels, interesting and exciting to you, but is authentic to them. And, especially in a family relationship, like there's so many layers there that trying to peel some of those back without, crossing some line that's going to cause production to come to a halt is tricky. But just trying to make it not more than it is overall and keeping that trust alive.
I think the biggest thing uh, that we're looking to come across here is that we would really like to people to understand, uh, just the common person to understand the commitments that the United States of America has with tribes and tribes' obligations to the United States. For us, being a treaty tribe and the difficulties that we have with these dams on the Lower Snake River, being federal dams, a little bit different than the Klamath. The situation is different. Um, and those that are embedded in the bank, public utility districts and power producers, they're just they don't really want to change, but the change is happening and it's coming, and I think for us to stand up and say, there's going to be winners out of all of this, and it's not going to be just industry winning this battle and emerging on the other side, and it's like a portrait that the industry has swayed and tilted, and that's one thing that we're just trying to get this balance back into the ecosystem, which is truly important to us, addressing all the different issues that are out there, and so when people see our film, they can understand, the tribal injustices that have happened, the environmental injustices that have happened, but also the obligations from sovereign to sovereign that has taken place and will continue to take place, and it's people coming together and getting to the bottom and to the root of the problems and admitting, and technology is changing, the narrative and what we're able to do, and so that's really where we're at, is the hope that it opens people's minds, it opens people's hearts, and it drives you to do something right. And there's nothing wrong with doing the right thing. Yeah, currently, of course, we're in litigation and we're in a stay, and we're working with the administration on solving the issues and identifying the issues that are out there. And so I always like to give this um, um, view of us in the United States, and it's an obverse relationship, like a coin, and on one side, the heads is the United States, on the other side, the tails, which would be the tribes, but we're minted of the same coin. And so we've signed treaties for mutual benefit and mutual agreement. And with that said, being an obverse relationship, what one side does should not burden the other side. So that's really where we're coming from when we talk to the administration and try to solve the issues, the irrigation issues, the transportation issues, the energy issues that are a big part of the services that the system now provides, this transformation of wealth from salmon and its wealth that it gave to the environment, to agriculture uses and energy uses, and that's truly the transformation of wealth that we're talking about, of giving some of that wealth to that tilted picture of industry versus environment. And so as we look at that, that's what we're talking to the administration to try to balance. But also we know that these need congressional authority to breach, and so we have to go through Congress, and we have to work the Hill, and we have to bring all the facts and information forward. But that's something that we're looking at doing. And we have a run event coming up. It's Rise Up Northwest in Unity for a free flowing river. And what that is just to wake the constituents to the Oregon delegation, the Washington delegation, the Idaho and Montana delegation, to understand that there are issues still, environmental issues that are surrounding salmon and the climate crisis. This has to be at the top of your agenda if you're going to run in any of these states. And so making that message clear and amplified, that'll be another step that we take. And so that's a step moving towards that congressional authority and getting the administration's support. And so that's what we're looking at doing next, and we will accomplish our goals that lie within our strategy. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the festival.